Lesson number 7, class 10, Madam Rides the Bus. It's a very beautiful lesson about an 8-year-old girl named as Vali. In this lesson, we'll learn about Vali's intense curiosity which drives her to explore the world outside her small village. And she represents a universal theme of childhood curiosity or childhood wonder. Vali's excitement during this ride, her interactions with the conductor, her interactions with other people, and her refusal of getting treated as a special child reflects her strong character. The story also highlights the importance of curiosity and learning, but also presents the reality of life that accompanies such exploration. Vali, who is also known as Vali Amma, is an 8-year-old small girl. Her favorite pastime, hobby, or her favorite pastime is standing in her doorway and watching the bus, watching the people getting on and off the bus. That is her hobby, that is her favorite pastime. But also she has a very tiny wish. Her wish or her desire is to ride in the bus. She has never been in the bus and she has never got into the bus. So that's her very small desire, a very tiny wish which she has. And in order to travel by the bus, she has collected some information through conversations, through talking to her neighbors or asking the people who ride into the bus or who ride by the bus. So she gets some information is that she gets to know that the fare is 30 paisa one way, and if she wants to have a round trip of the bus, it's 60 paisa, and the distance to the nearest town from her village is 6 miles, and also it takes 45 minutes to go and 45 minutes to come back. And now there's a problem. If she wants to travel by the bus, she needs some money. So she saves money, she saves the fare which is required for the bus, that is 60 paisa she saves. Also she figures out that her mother's sleeping time is from 1 p.m. to 4 p.m. and that is why she has to go by the 1 p.m. bus. So this she is doing and you can just imagine she's an 8-year-old girl and she is figuring this out on her own, and she is very much interested and she is very much curious and she is very much excited to travel by the bus. So on one fine occasion, she travels by the bus. She goes alone. She doesn't take anyone with her, not her parents, nor anyone else, nor her friends. She goes alone. When she is in the bus, or even when she is getting on the bus, she shows a commanding attitude. She has got a plan now. She has got a plan on how to travel by the bus and how to come back before her mother wakes up, because she doesn't want anyone to know about it. She doesn't take anyone's help. And another character in the story is the bus conductor, who is a funny character who helps Vali, who has conversations with her time and again. He jokingly calls her Madam, and that is why we get the lesson's name as Madam Rides the Bus. So he calls Vali as Madam. Vali, on the other hand, when she is traveling by the bus or she is traveling in the bus, she gets lost in the view outside. She gets lost into nature, and as she is small, she cannot see throughout the window, she cannot peep out. So that is why she stands on the seat, on the bus's seat, and an elderly old man stops her, and she doesn't like it. Actually, she doesn't like, throughout the lesson we can see she doesn't like anyone talking to her or asking her or instructing her. She doesn't like it. Even though she is a little girl, she doesn't like it. Later, an elderly woman comes on into the bus, and she has got big holes, which is also called as earlobes. It is very big holes, and she is chewing beetle leaves, and her mouth is full of liquid which is from the beetle leaves, and she asks too many questions to Vali, and that too Vali doesn't like. As I already told you, Vali doesn't like anyone telling her or instructing her. On the way, she sees the train crossing, she sees nature, she sees the trees, she sees that a cow is in front of the bus, and its tail is raised high up in the air, and that cow is really good. Okay, and that cow freaks out whenever any vehicle blows the horn. The cow freaks out and she sees the horn. There is very much afterwards I'll tell you about the cow, what happens to the cow. And also she controls herself from spending the money which she has saved for the bus. She only has saved so much that she could afford the bus fare. On her return journey, she is very happy. She is very much, we can say that her wish is fulfilled, her desire is fulfilled, and that her plan is on track. There is no hindrance, there is no problem at all with her plan. On the way back home, she also sees the dead cow. The cow which she had seen earlier, which was a very beautiful and attractive cow, we can say, that now that cow is dead. And she says that, see this little creature which was beautiful and attractive, and she loses all her enthusiasm. She says that this beautiful cow which was beautiful has now lost all its charm. Then she loses her enthusiasm and she sits down, she relaxes on the seat, and then she reaches home. When she reaches home, then she sees that her mother and her aunt are talking about things happening in the world without anyone's knowledge, and they ask Vali about it, and Vali agrees that yes, there are many things happening in the world without anyone's knowledge, and no one knows. And the mother of Vali says that, see, our little girl, she is so small that she doesn't do anything without our knowledge, which is little bit sarcastic in some way, because Vali has successfully completed her trip in the bus. She went to the town, she came back without anyone knowing about it. So that is the lesson. Madam rides the bus.